Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of my World War II German M40 single decal Luftwaffe helmet restoration project. If you haven't seen the first episode, you should probably check that out. Basically, I received this helmet, long story short, in this condition where the leather was completely gone out of there, and I decided to get some reproduction leather for it and keep the original band and everything without having to remove the band from the shell, which I don't believe has been done yet. And then in the last video, I basically took all of these little split pins at the location of those, and I lined this liner up with those and marked them with a pen because there were no holes punched in this leather, and then I used this awl off camera to punch the holes into the leather. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all these split pins from the old liner leather, and then we're just going to reinstall this leather into there using the original band and everything. It should go smoothly. I'll obviously speed it up because it's going to take a while for me, but I will definitely film this. So here we go. So that one got a little bit messed up. This one broke a little bit because it just wouldn't come out. There's a bunch of this tar stuff on this liner. So I don't know exactly what happened to the leather itself, but it looks like it got burned or something got spilled on it. Who knows? Anyway, so that one got messed up. That's not a big deal. I can just put that one in with one side of the split pin and it'll still hold the liner. All right, so we've got all of these split pins out. I'll take the leather out. So it looks like, I mean, some people think that this is blood. It doesn't look like blood. It's really shiny and looks like more like tar or something. Maybe it got burned somehow. Anyway, so the leather was probably screwed in GI or somebody else, or maybe it was like this when they found it, took that out. So we'll set that to the side. We're not going to throw that away in case somebody wants the original leather with it. Here, we'll dump this out really quick, some of that residual leather. So now we've got this beautiful M40 helmet shell with a nice liner. It's I believe this is zinc. Yeah, this is a zinc liner, which is correct for this helmet. I'm not going to take the band off of the shell because that has not, that's definitely never been removed. So I'm just going to leave that. That's really hard to get that initial factory tight seal in with all the split pins and everything. And the more you mess with split pins, especially the bigger ones, the more likely it is that they break. I already broke one right here. This one was a weird one that bent a certain way in a certain part of the whatever, but that's to be expected. It sucks, but honest to God, you can get original split pins like this. I could pop on a new old stock one in and nobody would ever know. For now, I'm just gonna throw this one back in there. And I put them in this kind of formation for a reason. I want to put them back in the same spot that they were originally located. So for this, so the liner is actually going to be sitting in there like this, right? But for this one, you're going to want to pop this out. You're going to want to, untie the drawstring, make sure you've got some room for this, for you to be able to get your hand in there. Now this is a very tedious process. This is going to take a while, but once we get this done, the leather is going to be installed, and we're just moments away from having the chin strap installed and this thing being restored and wearable. So I'm going to start with the first hole, and we're going to go exactly how we just did. We're going to go clockwise So I'll try to show you this first one, how to do this. So basically you just put the split pin through the hole that is punched, and that's what it's only through that one layer. You're not going to go through both layers. This layer is going to actually sit on this side of the liner rim, and this side is going to sit behind it. So now you're going to want to try to tuck this underneath, and you can pull the band out a little bit. It'll bend without bending permanently. And yeah, this is the really fun part. So I'll speed this up, but that's really hard to do on camera without cutting my hand up. It's another thing too, watch the edges. These things are very, very sharp. All right, so the first one's in. This will gradually get easier as more of the band gets tucked, or the leather gets tucked underneath the band. But this is, again, it's very tedious. There's really no easy alternative to doing this that I know of. So we'll just keep plugging away. So now things are getting a little bit tighter because in the end, this is kind of a tedious process, but actually it's going to be totally worth it at the end. So it's worth it. Yeah, this will fit on nice and snug, and essentially you line it up exactly like this way back in the day with the finishing shell, right? Nice line, right? So really happy with it. At least the shell line will look like it did, probably back in the day. Whew. All right, got the last one installed. The last one was kind of a bitch, but not any worse than some of the other ones. There we go. Now really quickly, I'm just gonna install the chin strap. So when you're looking at a German helmet like this, the little buckle or whatever usually goes on the left side. That's what all of my originals have, the configuration. Your mileage may vary, but that's what I've seen, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that with this. All right. We're going to do it differently. There, that'll do. Next side. Voila! We now have a restored Quist manufactured size 66 single decal Luftwaffe steel helmet. Look at that. There you go, folks. All right, so we started out with the band being, you know, or the liner being non-existent, and now we've got a nice, I'm gonna tie the drawstring in a bit, got a nice reproduction size 59 leather in here, and this looks basically like the day it was captured, or you know, maybe a little bit before it was captured and the old liner was screwed. So yeah, we've got a really nice restored German helmet, and it really didn't cost that much. If you're gonna go for, if you're actually gonna go for restoring an original shell that's in this good of shape, spend the money on some decent leather. This is decent leather. It's slightly aged, so it looks like it would have been worn a little bit. It's not completely brand new because this helmet's not completely brand new. But yeah, and then the chin strap's slightly aged as well. So this is gonna be a great collector's piece. I can't wait to put it on. All right, so it fits perfectly. It's just a little bit snug like 59s usually are, but I can still wear it. Chin strap feels great, so it's actually restored right now, and that was a really quick restoration. I really appreciate you coming along this journey with me. I know you had to sit through a bunch of monotonous stuff, but I actually had to do it, but it's more fun on my end because it's actually here. Anyway, thanks for coming along with this project. Again, this one I don't feel bad about putting new stuff in there because I didn't take anything away from the original helmet. I simply added to it. If a collector wanted it in the original configuration, I'm keeping the original, what was left of the liner, just in case somebody would want it the way it was found. So basically, this is now part of my collection, and I can make videos with this, putting it on stands, actually wearing it, showing you what it looks like, and that's kind of what I like my helmets in my collection to be functional. And I understand that some German helmets should just be left alone. That's why I chose to leave my M40 alone, even though the liner's torn and it's not totally wearable, but I chose to leave that alone. This one I wanted to restore back, and so did the person I bought it from. They wanted me to restore it back to its original glory, so I've done so. I love German helmets, obviously, like everyone else. I've loved them since I was a kid. They're so iconic. I love First World War and Second World War German helmets. Can't get enough of them. Absolutely love them. This was a great opportunity, and I've got a really nice example of an M40 single decal Luftwaffe helmet in my collection that looks like it would have back in the day. So thanks again. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. Again, if you want to help me fund projects like this, restoration projects, ballistic tests, just regular shooting videos in general, there's two ways you can do that really help out. One is the Patreon, which the link to that is in my description. Not the Patreon, it's Patreon. The link to that is in the description. You can also become a channel member now by hitting join below this video. $5 a month or more on either support platform gets you access to my Discord server, which is pretty fun, and your support just helps out at any level. Regardless, getting cool stuff like this. I use Patreon money to get this liner, the leather for it, and the chin strap. They weren't cheap, but they also weren't expensive. But it was more towards the expensive side, but it wasn't something that I couldn't have afforded out of pocket, but it was nice to be able to have Patreon money to get something like this. So that's that. If you can't support the channel financially, I totally get that. That's fine. I just hope you learned something and enjoyed watching this video, watching this helmet come back to life. Very, very cool. I've been looking lately. That's kind of what I want to start doing, is just getting original World War II German helmets now that I've got this reference book that tells me what finish they're supposed to be and everything. And if people redid them, I'd like to bring them back to their original glory and stuff like that. I think that's going to be one of my hobbies, and I'll take you along for the ride on restoring each and every one of them, hopefully. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Look at my new toy. It's not really a toy, it's a really cool collector's piece that's going to have a very well-deserved place on the shelf next to the other German helmets that I have from World War II. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video.